Come with me to cover a Big 12 basketball game. I'm Mitch Harper, a BYU insider for KSLSports.com in Salt Lake City. I cover all things BYU, and it's a fun job, I got to say. Today's game, I covered BYU and Kansas State at the historic Marriott Center in Provo, Utah. It was a big game for BYU as they look to get back in the win column. Here's what I take to get ready for a game. I take my laptop, put it in the backpack. It's a necessity. Got to have a good backpack and a good laptop. Then here's the gear I bring. Binoculars because I'm in the upper deck. I bring a microphone, wireless mic with the KSL Sports mic flag. Then I've got a brush, sometimes clean up that hair because it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Then I have my Zoom recorder. Got to get my KSL Sports puffy coat. It was cold that night. And then I drive from Salt Lake City down to Provo, about 40 miles or so. Here's my walk up to the Marriott Center. A little bit of a walk. Not too bad, though. But it was freezing that night in February. Continue to walk to the Marriott Center. This place holds 18,000 fans on a given night, one of the biggest arenas in college basketball. It's one of the more rockin' atmospheres in college hoops. You got to check it out. Then here's the walk up into the Marriott Center. This is the setting. It's kind of the view, the vantage point of what I have on a nightly basis in my media seat. And here it is. This is what I see on a nightly basis in my spot covering as a reporter. I'm usually always the first one here. So it's first one in, last one out sort of deal for me. I love getting there early to see the atmosphere build up. Ali Khalifa's return, BYU center, was a big deal in this game. He's the Egyptian magician, one of the top assist to turnover leaders in college basketball this year. Interesting personality Khalifa is, and his return opens so much for BYU's offense and kind of the morale of the team. Then observe some pregame warm-ups, see the guys go through their warm-ups and make sure everyone on the roster is accounted for as they get ready for a Big 12 game. Then head down to the media room, and tonight's food choice was some Papa John's. Usually they have some Chipotle, maybe some Jersey Mike's. I enjoyed the pizza this night. It was pretty good, as you can see by that bite. I enjoyed myself. Then it was game time. First time K-State was in Provo since 1971. Some good action between these two teams. And then, of course, I'm live tracking stats, notes, any milestones in the game. And then here was a shocking appearance at the Marriott Center. Of all people, NFL Comeback Player of the Year Joe Flacco was in attendance with BYU greats Austin Collie and Dennis Pitta. Did not have that on my bingo card, seeing the elite Joe Flacco show up to a BYU basketball game. But I got to say, he wasn't the most famous person at the game. It was this kid, this 11-year-old. Right when he got on the Jumbotron, he tried to shove down an entire foot-long cougar tail, and he got very close, nearly vomited in the process. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Well done, kid. BYU did a nice job as well. They got the win, 72-66 over Kansas State. It was a big win for BYU as they got back to 500 in Big 12 play at 5-5. And then I go down to the press conference room to listen to the coaches. Jerome Tang, K-State coach, pretty complimentary of the atmosphere of what Provo and BYU brings to the Big 12 conference. He was in the Elite Eight last year. Good coach, Jerome Tang is for the Kansas State Wildcats. And then Mark Pope, BYU head coach, fifth-year head man, he addressed the media in this clip. He said Ali Khalifa had about 17 quarts of vomit, and he still was able to dish out 6 assists and 2 turnovers. Then I go in the postgame with the postgame wrap-up with my co-host, Matt Biamonte, a radio show we host, do a little bit of a postgame exit. And then, after that, I'm putting out articles on KSLSports.com. I go into the media room and analyze the box score, give my analysis, and then it's a wrap. And after that, last one out of the building, I'm shutting down the Marriott Center. Have a good night, everyone.